You've been lied to. Not maliciously, not intentionally, but consistently and ironically. About consistency. The social media industry has built an entire ecosystem around one idea. Show up every day, the growth will come. Post every day, and the algorithm will reward you. Be consistent, and the audience will find you. And you believed it, because why wouldn't you? It came from people with millions of followers. It came from courses you paid real money for. It came from creators you respected who swore that consistency was the single most important thing you could do to grow. And so you showed up every day for months, some of you for years, and the growth did not come. Not the way they promised, not at the scale they implied, and not with the momentum they described. And when you went back to those same voices and said, I'm being consistent and it's not working, do you know what they told you? Be more consistent. That's not advice. That's a loop, and today we're going to break out of it. Millions of creators have followed the consistency doctrine to the letter, and millions of creators are still exactly where they started. That is not a coincidence. That is a consequence of an industry that gave you half of the equation and called it the whole answer. Today, I'm giving you the other half. I'm Kelly Lorraine, this is Watch Me Build Social, and this is the video that finally explains why being consistent was never going to be enough, and what actually is. Let us get into it. Let me tell you exactly what the social media industry promised you consistency would do. The promise sounded like this. Show up every day, and the algorithm will learn who you are. Post consistently, and your audience will know when to expect you. Stay consistent, and compound growth will follow. That was the promise, and on the surface, it's not entirely wrong. Consistency does matter. Showing up does matter. Not quitting does matter. But here is the promise left out. It left out the word clarity. It gave you one variable and a multivariable equation and told you it was the whole formula. And the result from millions of creators in the mid-tier was a perfectly consistent path to absolutely nowhere. The social media industry sold you consistency as the engine of growth. But consistency is not the engine. Consistency is the fuel. And fuel without an engine just sits there. It does not move anything. The engine, the thing that actually converts consistent effort into compound growth, is clarity. And that is what nobody told you. For some creators, consistency appeared to produce results. And I say appeared deliberately, because those creators were not just consistent. They were accidentally clear. Their message happened to be specific enough. Their content happened to solve a real searchable specific problem that new people were actively looking for. Consistency made their clarity visible, but clarity was doing the work. And because the results looked like a reward for consistency, the industry pointed to those creators and said, see, consistency works, without ever asking the more important question. What else did those creators have that the ones who stayed stuck did not? The answer, every single time, was clarity. Here is the structural reason why consistency without clarity cannot produce scale. Consistency makes your straight line longer. You keep showing up, you keep reaching the same audience, but the straight line does not become a system just because you extend it. A longer straight line is still a straight line, and a straight line still has a ceiling. To move from traction to amplification, you need new people to find you. And here's the critical question. How does a brand new person who's never encountered your content before find you through consistency? They don't. Consistency serves the audience you already have. Clarity attracts the audience you haven't reached yet. Consistency was never designed to do what the industry claimed it could do. It was never the discovery tool. It was never the amplification engine. It was always and only a retention tool. And retention without discovery is a very comfortable plateau. The consistency myth does not trap every creator in the same way. It has 3 distinct versions, 3 specific traps, each one looking like discipline from the outside, while quietly keeping you exactly where you are. I call them the 3 consistency traps, and one of these is almost certainly yours. Trap 1, consistent volume without direction. The most common trap in the entire creator economy, posting every single day with genuine discipline and genuine effort, but without a clear, unified direction threading everything together. Monday motivation, Tuesday tutorial, Wednesday personal story, Thursday trend response, all of it consistent, none of it coherent. The algorithm does not know who you're targeting. You need to know who your target is. If new audiences land on your profile and can't immediately tell whether you're for them, they leave. Not because your content is bad, because your direction is unclear. Consistent volume without consistent direction produces a busy feed, not a growing one. Trap 2. Consistent format without evolution. This one catches the creators who actually did the work of getting clear early on. You found a format that worked, and then, understandably, logically, you kept doing it. Every video the same length, every hook the same structure, every caption the same formula. Consistent, reliable, predictable, and eventually, invisible. Because the algorithm rewards novelty with inconsistency, not sameness dressed up as reliability. When you stop evolving your format, your existing audience keeps watching. But the algorithm stops surfacing you to new audiences. There's nothing new to learn about you. No new signals, no new patterns. Consistent format without evolution is how a creator becomes a fixture for the audience they already have, and a stranger to everyone else. Trap 3. Consistent effort without clarity. This is the trap that hurts the most. Because it catches the creators who are doing everything right by every external measure and still not growing. You research every video, you optimize every title, you engage with every comment. You're the most disciplined, most dedicated creators in their space, and you're still plateaued because no amount of consistent effort can compensate for an unclear message. Consistent effort without clarity is the engine running at full speed with no destination programmed in. You're moving, you're working, but you're not arriving anywhere specific. 3 traps: consistent volume without direction, consistent format without evolution, consistent effort without clarity. All of them look like discipline. All of them lead to the same place, a very well-maintained plateau. The elite creator is not consistent in the way the social media industry taught you to be. When a mid-tier creator hears consistency, they hear frequency. Post every day, never miss a day. When an elite creator practices consistency, they mean something far more specific. Consistent message, consistent positioning, consistent promise to their audience. Every single piece of content reinforces the same core idea and serves the same specific person and delivers the same specific transformation. The frequency is almost secondary. The coherence is everything. Think about the creators you most admire. Is there power in how often they post, or in how instantly you can recognize their point of view? How clearly can you describe what they stand for in a single sentence? How specifically you know whether their content is for you within the first 3 seconds? That is consistency at scale. Not a posting schedule, a positioning commitment. The social media industry told you to be consistent in your showing up. The creator economy rewards you for being consistent in your standing for something. Those are 2 profoundly different things. So let us build the equation. Consistency plus clarity equals compound growth. Not consistency alone, not clarity alone, both together. Applied deliberately, clarity has 3 components. Number 1, message clarity. What is the single most important thing your content exists to say? Not your niche, not your topic, the one idea, the one point of view that every piece of content you create is an expression of. For Watch Me Build Social, that idea is the amplification gap. Every video I make is an expression of one core thesis. The creator economy has a structural gap that the social media industry has no incentive to close, and I'm closing it in public, in real time, for the mid-tier creator who deserves better than what they've been given. What is yours? Number 2, audience clarity. Knowing your audience is more important than knowing your niche. Who is your audience at the most specific, most urgent, most ready to receive moment? What are they feeling right now? What have they tried that hasn't worked? Forget what they want to hear. What do they need to hear that nobody else is saying clearly enough? When you can answer those questions with that level of specificity, your content stops being broadcast and starts being a conversation. People share content that makes them feel specifically seen, not generally inspired, specifically seen. Number 3, direction clarity. Where is this all going? Not just today's video, the full arc. The body of work. Where does video 1 lead? What is the viewer being guided toward as they consume more of what you build? Direction clarity is what separates a creator who makes content from a creator who builds a journey. And journeys retain. Journeys compound. Journeys create the kind of loyal audience that does not just watch, but advocates. Now here's how the equation works. You take your message clarity and express it consistently. Every video, every caption, every hook. Not the same words, the same idea. You speak directly to your audience clarity, your specific person in their specific moment, every time, without hedging, and you build every brick of your direction clarity with the full architecture in mind. Short form leads to long form leads to framework leads to community leads to amplification. When all three components are working together, the equation activates. Consistency plus clarity equals compound growth. Not overnight, not in a week, but over time with the kind of inevitability that makes the breakthrough feel like it came out of nowhere, when really, it was always just compound effect becoming visible. Nothing changes if nothing changes, but when the right things change, everything changes. Oh, that's so deep. I want to leave you with something before you go. It was not your fault. You were given incomplete information by an industry that either did not know better or did not have the incentive to give you the full picture. You showed up, you were disciplined, you were consistent in every way you were told to be consistent. And the fact that it did not produce what they promised is not a reflection of your effort. It's a reflection of the gap between what the social media industry taught and what the creator economy actually rewards. Consistency was never the enemy. Incomplete consistency was. Consistency without message clarity. Consistency without audience clarity. Consistency without direction clarity. That is what kept you stuck. Now you have the full equation. Consistency plus clarity equals compound growth. Take it, apply it, build with it. Right now, I'm operating from a very specific energy. Go big or go home. Not because I have nothing to lose, but because I have everything I know until now, and so do you. The only direction left is forward, and forward for the mid-tier creator who finally has the full equation looks a lot like exponential growth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So here's what I need you to do right now. Subscribe to this channel, because video 5 is where we go even deeper into the discovery myth. The idea that if your content is good enough, the internet will eventually find you. It will not. And I'm going to show you exactly why and exactly what to do instead. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if this video gave you something real today, share it with the creator in your life who is stuck in the consistency trap right now. Send it to them. They need it. I'm Lorraine. This is Watch Me Build Social. Watch me.